because I'm sober, I gotta feel something. And to be honest with you, okay, when you sober, life is a bit boring, and I gotta feel something, and maybe the anxiety of watching this shit could really make me feel away, you know. The guy, I mean, I might upload this on YouTube, and the guy's probably gonna copyright strike me or some shit. Like, I could feel it. I could just feel it coming. Look at this shit, though. When I watched this, it was 2 years ago, so it might not hit the same. Yeah, exactly.
This morning, new details are emerging about Kanye West's alleged mental state as he was rushed to the hospital.
West was being treated for sleep deprivation when his doctor reportedly called 911 saying he was psychotic.
Steve Jobs is dead.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Just mind control.
I just told you who I thought I was.
2 days later, I'm in the hospital. I was taking 2 pills a day at that time. When I left the hospital, how many pills you think I was given? 7. I went from taking 2 pills to taking 7.
Why do they, yo, this editing is so crazy, bro. When I first saw this, bro, it fucked me up so much. I sent it to one of my friends. I might have even sent it like to a bunch of other people. You know what I'm saying? And it fucked me up, bro. And this was like during the pandemic too. When I saw the show, I was like, ugh, I don't like this. 2018 documentary, what the fuck? True George, you can get a documentary about Kanye West? Why? And then look at the fucking comment section too. The 2016 rant was the bravest speech any artist has said to a public audience in quite some time. Returning to his video 2 years later to realize how insane this all is. I remember how much it hit me the first time. It's a nostalgia look back at Kanye's celebrity career, also a fascinating yet saddening current. Like, bro, everybody's a fucking conspiracy theorist too. You know? Anyway, let's just go back to the video. I don't know.
You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway. I've been doing this more than you. You ain't got the answers. I said,
Take a fucking another photo, man. Don't take another fucking photo, man. I just got here, homie. Don't take no photo.
Tell me this shit don't freak you out, bro.
Okay. Stop it. Brother, all of you motherfuckers, stop it, man.
I just got here, brother. I just got here.
Hip hop started out in the park.
Guys, dude,
Get off the property.
Shut the
up.
I am the #1 most impactful artist of our generation.
The death Saturday of Dr. Donda West, the mother of Kanye West, leaves a void in one of the more public and endearing familial relationships in hip-hop.
My mother was my everything.
Donda West raised her son as a single parent in Atlanta and Chicago, and Kanye was very open in his affection for her and her nurturing of his talent and ambition. She was a constant presence in her...
Hopefully the Illuminati doesn't see this and, you know, they don't fucking get me out their list because I want to make it too. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Illuminati, yo, hey. You don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. Listen, bro. I'm just reacting to this, okay?
Son's life, supporting him at events and defending him from critics. Their close relationship informed Kanye's music, most famously on the song Hey Mama, one of the first tracks Kanye ever wrote.
I wanna scream so loud for you, cause I'm so proud of you, and let me tell you what I'm about to do, mama.
In recent years, Donda West was even more of a beacon for Kanye's career, leaving a 31-year profession in academia in 2004 to head Kanye's educational nonprofit and serve as chief executive of all his businesses.
Even me sitting back thinking about all the stuff now that my mother has done for me, it makes me want to call her.
Dr. Donda West was 58 years old when she passed.
Mother dead, Kanye couldn't take it anymore. It was his breaking point. commentary backstage. Oh, what's that? People that run Hollywood use all kinds of manipulation techniques, especially take notes of subliminal Freemasonic hand gestures. Ooh, yo, Illuminati, yo, again, bro. Yo, this got nothing to do with me. You trying to get me red listed. Trigger words to keep their victim submissive and in line with their programming. I mean, shit, I feel the same way about my job right now. That's the funniest part. Right now, bro, I feel like motherfuckers is trying to submissively control me. Right now, that's how I feel about my boss.
But before they perform, this really wasn't planned. We did this at kind of last minute. Kanye wanted to talk, so please welcome Kanye West.
Have a seat, my friend. First of all, let me say
thank you for honoring this commitment. A lot of times, things happen, they kind of back out the last minute, or they have a publicist or someone call and say, oh, I'm sorry, my client's not available. So thank you for coming and doing this in light of all the things that were going on. When did it strike you,
Like soon as I gave the mic back to her and then she didn't keep going, I went.
Let me ask something. I was fortunate enough to meet your mom and talk with your mom a number of years ago. What do you think she would have said about this? Would she be disappointed in this? Would she give you a lecture?
Conspiracies aside, though, like, this is pretty fucked up. I can't lie. Okay? The industry did probably fuck up Kanye in more ways than ever.
Yeah, obviously, I deal with hurt, and, so many, celebrities, they never take the time off, and I've never taken the time off to really, I just music after music and tour after tour and tour, and I'm just ashamed that my hurt caused, someone else's hurt. My dream of what award shows were supposed to be caused, and I don't try to justify it because I was just in the wrong. That's period. But I need to, after this, take some time off and just analyze how I'm gonna, make it through the rest of this life, how I'm gonna improve, and because I am a celebrity and that's something I have to deal with. Yeah. And if there's anything I could do to help Taylor in the future or help anyone, I like, because I wanna live this thing. It's hard, it's sometimes. So
hey, listen, thanks for coming here and thanks for doing that.
I didn't know we were gonna lose her. I just and she told me, she said, thank you for the times where, we came to performances and this is like really meant a lot to me. She would.
You wanna take a minute? We'll take a minute. Just take a minute. Okay. See you, crew. Wanna take some time? Yeah, that's good. No problem.
This motherfucker's like, wanna take a minute? Cut the fucking cameras off. What's up with you, bro? How do you feel comfortable doing this on camera when another man is crying about his mom? What's wrong with you, motherfucker, bro? This was more fascinating back in the day. Maybe it gets exciting out there.
Hey, stop it. Hey, radio, fuck you! hear me. I ain't here to massage you with a fake truth, telling you that Hillary gonna win over and over and over. And you wake up, you still can't believe it. You know why? Because you was lied to by Google. You was lied to by Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg, you want to call me now? Do I got the vision, Mark Zuckerberg? Was you wrong? When I said
this is a real prolific ass rant, yo. Somebody really say the 2016 rant was the bravest speech. This is brave to you, gang? Mark Zuckerberg, fuck you. Alright, you got it.
I was $53 million in debt and you didn't call me. Was you wrong? There's a Richard Pryor interview that you can walk about people coming into power and not changing anything and just becoming part of the power. That's happened with musicians because they scared. I'm not scared. I'm here to change things. I am here to change things. But things won't change until people...
I might be a grown-ass man because this shit is goofy today. I used to take this conspiracy shit so seriously back in, like, when I was 18. I just look at this now, I'm like, what the fuck type of goofy ass shit is this, bro? This whole rant is just goofy, to be honest.
Admit they own falsehoods. Right now, press, get ready to write your passive-aggressive, LeBron James racist comments, season 4 racist comments. Get ready to have a field day, press. Get ready, because the show's over.
Kanye West is still in the hospital after having a nervous breakdown last Monday. According to an insider, West's breakdown was the result of his mother's funeral anniversary. According to the source, West has never come to terms with his mother's death, and he was already suffering from paranoia and extreme sleep deprivation. According to the source, Kim has spent hours by Kanye's side, and she's keeping the kids away from him for fear of their safety. Kim says that not much has changed since he was admitted and that his doctors seem concerned.
No matter where you go, my love is so Kanye's mother, Donda, passed away at the age of 58 in 2007 from heart disease, while also suffering complications from plastic surgery. Now, 8 years later, Kanye is opening up about her death to Q Magazine. The 38-year-old rapper tells the mag, "If I had never moved to LA, she'd be alive. I don't want to go far into it because it will bring me to tears." The topic came up when Kanye was asked what he had to sacrifice for his success. He said, "My mom."
Tell me about Kanye. How's he doing? Have you seen him lately?
I went to his house. I was going to go back last week, but we couldn't get together. He had some other stuff he had to do. But I went to his house, sat down with him for about 6-7 hours, and just walking through his health and recovery. His memory's coming back. Yeah, his memory's coming back, which is super good. And just healing. Spend time with his family. Saint is getting big, and he's walking and playing with toys. So, that invigorates him.
So do you think is he working on anything right now, or just taking
Not working. Just going through processes.
After being hospitalized, Kanye suffered severe memory loss. Celebrities dyeing their hair blonde often symbolizes the reprogramming was successful for those who are in the know, or in the know, whatever the fuck that is. I'll be a terrible fucking documentary reader. Leader? What am I talking about? Jesus is King album. This was in 2018, 2020? I think it was 2020, right? When was this, right? Because now he's a Nazi, so I guess the reprogramming didn't work, or maybe it did. Who knows? I bleached my hair for every time I could have died, but I survived. That's on God. What?
Man, when I see those pictures.
Okay, if you ever listen to Kanye's Ye album, the Ye, 6 songs or some shit, you'd really understand what the fuck Ye is on, bro. That's it. It's not really that deep, to be honest with you.
I'd be really concerned. It bothers me because I love him. I love him like a brother, and I seen this transition, and I feel like as opposed to the media.
To be fair though, blonde actually looks good. He actually looks better in blonde, to be real with you. No homo, like I'm not trying
to. You know, talking down on him and this and that, and as opposed to a lot of these people that I see in these pictures with him, in the pictures smiling and acting like everything is normal. You could clearly look at this man's face and see something ain't right. And none of y'all saying shit. And y'all saying y'all love him and y'all his friend. And what are you all doing to make things better? A lot of people.
We get to see, yo, blonde looks cool, bro. He actually looks cool in blonde. I can't lie to you, gang.
It was like, yo, GL, you went on the radio and you said this about, yeah, man, that was some real shit. You said the shit that everybody be feeling, but won't nobody say it. Of course I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it because it needs to be said. I remember this young, vibrant, invincible dude who, no matter what people said he couldn't do, he just did it. He still does it to this day. You know, he still has the power to do so. But from the photographs, it just seems like something is not right and something is not there. And it seems like it makes me wonder, like, what have they done to him? And they, I don't know who they is, but it makes me feel like somebody did.
Kim got that face though, bro. She got it on. I can't lie.
Something to him, or somebody that gave him something, or slipped him a Mickey or something. Cause something ain't right, you know.
Kim got, bro. Yo, maybe it's the fucking music with it, but look at Kim, bro. Kim look like the devil right now. Cause the devil is pretty. You know what I'm saying? You know what I did there? You don't.
So when people say it's not the old Kanye, it's not the old Kanye. My thing is, I feel like more so than people trying to judge him, I feel like people need to try to help him and get him some help because something ain't right, and I can see it clear as day. You know, it's like Kanye's always been a sponge. So if you allow a sponge to be around different environments, it's a good chance that's what they're going to absorb and that's what they'll become. These are the character traits that they'll take on. And I was reading in the 48 Laws of Power, if you ever want to retain power or seize power from someone else or get somebody to manipulate them to do whatever it is you want them to do, you definitely got to do everything in your power to remove those that love him away from him. And they did that.
So when you get ready to date somebody, they prefer you to date someone in the industry because they wicked. You see, they got to keep you wicked. So it's no wonder that Kanye West loved Kim Kardashian because she's a wicked one. She'd have been passed around like a baton. So now y'all understand why they, you know, Kim Kardashian quit somebody else pick her back up. They want you to have somebody in the industry because y'all all demonic and under spell. The elite, they're not.
Child, hold on, bro. Yo, we don't fuck with Satan, gang. Yo,
to have somebody in the industry.
My 7-year-old little brother just drew this. What does this mean? It means he's not your brother anymore. Bitch, get out the house. Kylie Jenner. Bro, she literally fucking posted a meme. Yo, she posted a meme, and this guy's like, Illuminati confirmed. Oh my god.
Because y'all all demonic and under spell. The elite, they're not gonna let these black folks keep all that money. Slowly but surely, they're gonna strip them. Elite, they're not gonna let these black folks keep.
I write this to you, my brothers, while still $53 million in personal debt. Please pray we overcome. This my true heart.
All that money. Slowly but surely, they're gonna strip them down to a sum amount, and that's what they're gonna be subjected to. And every month, that's what they're gonna get in their account. All these millions and on top of millions, they're gonna stop that. You see what they put these niggas back in place. They know that the only way out is devil worship.
He sounds like the guy from Kendrick's album. The motherfucker that was like, you know, really black people and Mexican people are the real chosen people. You fucking heard that shit? Anyway, if you know, you know.
Is death. And when they get tired of doing it, that's when they start exposing it. We're going to send you a letter and answer it within a 24-hour period, and we'll tell you what we can give you. What you mean, a letter, man? Just tell them right here. No. Go home. We're going to send you a letter. And that letter they're going to explain. But it's going to be coded like what they want him to do if he's willing to do this. You see, it's just like nursery rhymes. And you're like, what? If I do what? Well, I don't understand the letter. Give us your mama, and we'll put you in the $20 million club. Man, you crazy. And if you weak, you ain't got the Lord on you in the $20 million.
I feel like I know this chick. Yeah, look at you, motherfucker. Yo. He's not even touching the black chick. He's like, yo, white is right all the way.
$20 club. Man, you crazy. And if you weak, you ain't got the Lord on your side. You sitting at home in that dark room. You tired of eating Roman noodles. You ain't got no running water, electricity out. You buy a candle going, all right, man. She work, downtown. She get off at 6. What I supposed to do? Set it up, have her at home. You catch a plane, go somewhere for a couple of days, and we'll send you a text. All right. A week later.
Y'all really talking about this man killed his mom, bro? Bro, what's up with y'all, bro? Y'all need some other shit. Y'all need hobbies and shit. I know I'm not the one to talk, but god damn.
Give them a text. They won't say that she's dead. They'll be like, the party was great. Thanks for showing up. Because it's like coded. They ain't going to just come out and say they killed her, right? He hear it on the news she dead. He break down. He goes to his bank account. He got $20 million in his bank account. He slowly forget his mama. Ask Kanye West. That's how he got down.
Hollywood is the one that keeps all this power structure and all this culture of racism and sexism and classism and genderism and all of it in place. They continually feed it, and they make a lot of money doing it. And they do it at the behest of their masters who run everything. But that's the culture. It's a culture of fear for sure. And it's a big culture of mind control too. MK Ultra mind control rules in Hollywood. If you don't know, Google that and look into it.
Let's look into it, bro. MK Ultra mind control. Let's look into it.
I just want to talk about mind control. When people try to influence you through social media and try to tell you what to do, or if you post something that's like positive.
He said social media. He didn't say anything about MK Ultra. So, but hey, let's listen. Let's listen. Calm down. Let's listen.
On Instagram, it gets taken down if it's not a part of a bigger agenda. That's like mind control. That's the echo chamber that's trying to control you.
What the fuck is this random ass shit? Bro, they always try to trick you with some pretty ass white girl, bro. Don't fall for it. Okay?
You based off of incentivizing you and based off of you getting enough likes, and that's the poison that's happening with social media. The worst thing, the way I feel like when people.
What he meant when he say social media? MK Ultra, bro. That's mind control.
Try to tell me what to do, I feel like they're touching my brain. People on social media, people trying to control us and say that we make us all monolithic thought, and they're trying to control our mind. They're trying to control my mind. And when someone tries to tell me what to do, tries to tell me what I can wear and not wear, I feel like they're touching my brain. Imagine you cut your skull open and somebody touch your brain with their hand. How that would hurt you. That's how it hurts me when people try to tell me what to do when I'm going from my heart. Try to tell me what to say. This ain't programmed.
Literally saying it, bro. He's literally saying it.
Or try to tell me I'm not talking clear enough. I don't clear. I say we doing. I've forgotten how to talk not clear because I'm so programmed to talk clear to
because you're literally autistic, but hey, that's insane.
Sound so proper. That gets in the way of how we really feel. We think so much. You got to just question when people get on TV shows and who all are they doing business with? What are they connected to? What's their agenda? You got people holding other people down. They want y'all all to be, just mind control. It's like a modern day psychological.
It's funny. funny because he's saying that you guys are controlled, but you guys are saying he is. So which is it, bro?
Like Ayn Rand control thing. Like one of the things they do, like as soon as you get money, they make you buy a house. Like I got this house, it's never finished. Like the house is just never finished. It's just costing money after money after money. It's like this big plot. And like, yo, I'm really doing this because like I went to go buy my publishing from Sony ATV and they said it's $8 million, $9 million. And when I went to buy it, they told me no, I couldn't buy my publishing.
And you guys were like, see, he's telling. It's like, bro, this is the worst fucking video you could have literally. This just makes him look even more autistic, because he's not saying nothing. He's just all over the place right now.
Publishing. They told me I have the money to buy my publishing, and they told me that I couldn't buy my publishing. And it's like the control. Like I can't say what I want to say on SNL. Then I can't say what I want to say. The thing is, let me change that. I will positive energy into the universe. We will say what we feel, not what we're programmed to think. We will say what we feel. We will do what we feel. We will do what we feel. We will do what we feel. We will say what we feel. We will say. You see, I did that as a mantra. I did it multiple times. And then you'll get like, man, I'm not worried about any type of blog or social media. Y'all already saw it was a lie. Social media told you that Hillary was gonna win and she didn't win. Social media told you that people didn't like me, but everybody loves me. Everybody loves Ye. So don't get it gassed up when you hear too much other stuff on the radio. That's all.
The most basic thing about Kanye is that he has like two personalities for the most part. Okay, and when he calls himself Ye, that means he's having like this deep episode. That's all that means. That's it. Because I've listened to his music enough to like understand what the fuck he's doing. You know what I'm saying? That's just. But hey, let's stay in character. He's right. It's mind control.
All programming is all part of a system. It's all part of a system to control your mind, to control my mind, to make me look like I'm crazy to you. I am not crazy.
The upcoming video contains portion of banned footage on the Ellen Show, which took banned? Is it banned? How's it banned? Banned where? Which took place in May 2016. This clip was never aired on TV. It was also deleted from Ellen's official YouTube channel, which is actually, which is actually good. Ellen actually did good there. You know what I'm saying? Contrary to popular belief, I think the fact that she deleted it from her YouTube channel is bad because he was crashing out. He was having an episode. So, as bad as Ellen is as a human being, it's actually cool that she didn't air it on TV. You know? To be fair. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen. I'm not even trying to give Ellen credit because I don't like Ellen like that. She freaks me out. But like, yeah. Why? Because MK Ultra. That's why. Because it was clear that Kanye was under heavy. You're not just. It's not a question. You say why question mark and then you go answer it yourself. Okay, gang, you tripping. Because it was clear that Kanye was under heavy hypnosis. Okay. There was nothing funny about this interview. The whole laughter from the audience was staged with sound effects. Ellen, as a Hollywood handler, knew this and tried to keep the whole situation under control. It was too uncomfortable. Okay, can we get to the video game?
Please welcome the one and only Kanye West.
'60 might be the flyest Kanye got, though. I can't lie to you. Like, Kanye got horrible with fashion nowadays. He looks bad. He looks like everything looks bad. Those fucking goofy ass shoes that people are wearing, everything looks bad. But this is fly as fuck. Like, this is really fucking decent. Oh, bro. Ellen at this moment is like, oh my god, he's so cool, he's so black and cool. That's what Ellen is thinking. That's funny as fuck.
Now, I love the shoes you have on, but I saw you had these backstage.
No, I was wearing those earlier, but I'm wearing my shoes now. You wear your shoes, I'm going to wear my shoes.
I decided to sign these and like bring these out, but if you don't want to wear them,
No, come here, wait. No. But what do you mean? You signed them?
Yes.
Look at that. Thanks a whole lot. Now, why do I want to walk on that? Now that you've signed them, now I'll sign mine for you, and I'll give them to you.
Thank you.
I sent some to Kim, by the way.
Oh, I'll ask about them.
Yeah, you should. I'd like to ask her about them. I sent them to her. No, she wears them. I've seen them. So, congratulations on the brand new baby. He's how old now? 5 months?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Not a care in the world. He is absolutely beautiful. Now, we do feel, Portia and I feel responsible for naming him. We sent you, remember that? We were sending all these names, and she sent St. Vincent, but it's pronounced Saint, and I knew you were...
Oh my god, how the fuck did Ellen make it in? Is she this awkward? I'm awkward too, but fuck me, bro. How is she this successful with this level of, like, fucking communication skills? I mean, he's being weird too, don't get me wrong, but I've seen... Oh no, Lord have mercy, this is so fucking uncomfortable to watch.
We're going to see Saint and go, do you remember that? When we were sending tons of names, and then you wrote back, I like Saint.
No.
Do not act like you don't remember that. We were sending a million names. All right, well, it happened. And how is the North is a big sister? She's good?
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's not jealous in any way?
Sometimes.
Yeah. But mostly does she do anything to like take care of him, or she's too young?
No, she does.
What
She's
does she
really
do?
advanced for her age.
What does she do?
She'll prop him up on the pillow. Sometimes.
You see that shit like she's fucking, like she's a machine or some shit. She's very advanced for her. See, she's very advanced for her age. Oh man, this looks horrible though, I can't lie. This looks like I wouldn't want to be here.
That does sound advanced. Now, are you done, or will you have more children? Do you want more children?
Maybe.
Does Kim want more children?
Perhaps.
That's not. That's not what she said.
That's what she said?
Yeah, she doesn't. She doesn't want more.
Okay.
But you want more?
Let's see what happens.
I'll tell you what's going to happen. Nothing.
You know what this is? This is like Tristan coming on my fucking... This is what it is, okay? It's literally Tristan coming on my chat and telling me some shit so that I could react to it for content. That's literally what this is. She's trying her best to milk content out of him, and it's just not working. He's just like nonchalant about it, and it looks like it's annoying the shit out of her. Okay? She's just trying to farm content, literally, bro. Like every question that she asks, she's just trying to farm content. So like chat saying some crazy shit for me to react in a certain way, you know?
I mean, that's really thoughtful. Because you're so creative, you must have all these ideas and just look forward to like events so that you can do that. Do you ever do things just for the hell of it and it's not an event, not a birthday or a Mother's Day?
I think when you're in love, every day should be Mother's Day. Every day should be like a birthday.
There you go. And you're also very open-minded, and Kim credits you for helping her kind of accept and understand Caitlin's journey into Bruce becoming Caitlin? And where did that come from? Where did that understanding and compassion come from that you would help them?
Just my mom and my dad, like, pushing the confidence and just, knowing that people have to be themselves and we have to fight. We're creating new shapes in the world every day, and we're under attack constantly by conventional opinion, and somebody's got to just plant both of their feet and say, nah, that people can be who they are.
Yeah.
What's that? You're not allowed to say that?
No, you can't say that. All right, we're going to take a break so the censors can get a hold of this, and we'll come back and curse some more with Kanye. We're back with Kanye West. And talking about, you really do, you express yourself, and sometimes you express yourself in ways that people don't really understand, and you express yourself in ways that you're
As an autistic retard myself, I could just tell that Kanye is just mentally fucked up, okay? That's what it is. Trust me, it's not the Illuminati. It's not the Illuminati. It's not the Illuminati, okay? It's not the Illuminati, guys.
apologetic for. Like, you send things out on Twitter, and sometimes, like Kim has said, and I'll tell you this also, I don't know if she's told you this, along with not wanting more children, but Kim has said that...
I'm fine to just practice.
Yeah. That's all I get to do. But Kim has said that there should be a board of directors that goes through your tweets. Like, when you have an idea, you should give them to Kim and a bunch of people, and they go, okay, you can tweet that, or no, you cannot tweet that. Yeah. Do you think you should have a board of directors?
Absolutely not.
No. Yeah. Everything you tweet, you think, even, have you regretted anything that you've tweeted?
Nope.
Nothing. Never. You don't go, maybe...
It's like, bro, it's like, again, more mind control. You have to control your thoughts. What is with you?
You regretted anything that you've tweeted?
Nope.
Nothing. Never. You don't go, maybe I should have thought about that a little longer?
What's the point of thinking?
What's the point of thinking? Well, sometimes I understand, but sometimes there is a point to thinking. And then you tweeted out that you wanted Mark Zuckerberg to give you $53 million. In hindsight, should that have gone on Facebook?
Yes.
Yes.
I should have put it on Facebook. Now I understand why he didn't hit me back. He was.
Yeah.
I understand that Zuckerberg doesn't use Twitter.
Yeah.
Even though I have had dinner with him and his wife and told him about how I wanted to help the world, and he said he'd help me, and then blah, blah, blah. And like, that's how it feels though. You know, it's like the pursuit of happiness. Like, it's like you're trying to sell this bone density machine or something, you know, in that movie. I feel that if I had more resources, I could help more people. I have ideas that can make the human race existence within our 100 years better. Period. The paparazzi, whatever perception you have of me, starting with the truth, starting with what everyone's thinking, start there, put some dope with it.
Okay, I'm with you.
Jay is in the building. Throw your hands in the air right now. Put your hands in the air right now. Yeah? Okay.
Yo, you need to read this. Notice how Ellen isn't focusing on Kanye and looks the other way for confirmation if she should continue with the script or not.
All right, I'm with you on the truth part. When you say put some dope with it. Just give me one example. Just get what the idea is, because maybe somebody watching will give you the money.
Well, we're in a renaissance period. We're in a place where people are like multidisciplined artists, like Steve McQueen that directed 12 Years a Slave. He was considered to just be a photographer, but then he won an Oscar. We're not in a place where people can only have one career, one profession throughout their entire...
Like, no, okay, again, all conspiracy theory aside, you could literally see him just kicking in his brain going fast and just fucking, you could just see it, bro. It's like a, you know, you could see it. You could see him going fast and just imploding, and then you could just see it, bro. It's mental shit, dog. It's sad, really, you know.
Our life. So the exact amount of emotion and color palette and sonics and everything that I put into my music, I put them into the shoes, and they worked. You know, people never write.
You really see him like being excited right then and there. It just hits him at one time, and you could see him.
Kanye's pissing everybody off. Kanye's making so mad. They try to position it through the media in some way that I'm like, whatever your friends might say. You know, so we saw Kanye, how was he? Did he like, but I care.
He's so nervous, though. Look at him. He's like, oh no, please don't say some crazy shit, please.
About people. I care about, my dad lived in homeless shelters less than 5 years ago. To find out, he's a psych major. My mom was the first black female chair of the English department at Chicago State University. I was raised to do something, to make a difference, to take...
Such a fucking inappropriate place. It's like a bunch of white ladies too. Oh my god. I'm not in love with white ladies. I mean, they cool. Not all of them are bad. But white ladies are fucking annoying, I can't lie.
You know, I didn't take the Oscars as a joke. It was funny, you know what I'm saying? It was like the moment, like all black, you know, actors can talk about the glass ceilings that we've dealt with out in this town. And it's you get your night, go ahead. Chris Rock's gonna do it. Bam, talk about how many times you've been blocked from being able to excel. I didn't take it as a joke. It ain't no joke, as Rakim said. It ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. Now I slam it and make sure it's broke. That's what I was raised on, Rakim, Fife Dog, hip hop, expression, hip hop. Started out in the park. Now everybody's trying to I don't give a how much you sold. If you playing on radio, are you connecting? Picasso is...
Bro, this is what happens. Because I understand everything that he's saying. You guys are so like... I don't know, bro. I understand what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? But it's just all over the place. I think everybody really truly understands what he's saying. I don't know, bro. Because I feel him to a certain extent. I think he's a crazy ass motherfucker, but I don't know, bro. Because I be a bit schizo too sometimes, so I kind of understand him to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had times in my life where people used to people looked at me like I was Kanye West. Like people look like the way Ellen's looking at him right now. I've had some times in my life where I just went crazy and I just went from 0 to 100, and people were looking at me like that. And but I still notice it though. I don't even think he notices it. Like I know when people are like looking at me crazy because I'm doing or saying crazy shit. Like I notice it. You know what I'm saying? I understand it, so I'm able to hold myself back. You know? I don't think he understands it, and I think that's the worst part of it.
Dead. Steve Jobs is dead. Walt Disney is dead. Name somebody living that you can name in the same breath as them. Don't tell me about being likable. We got 100 years here. We're one race. the human race, one civilization. We're a blip in the existence of the universe. And we constantly trying to pull each other down, not doing things to help each other. That's my point. It's like I'm shaking talking about, I know it's daytime TV, but I feel that I can make a difference while I'm here. I feel that I can make things better through my skill set. My skills, I'm an artist. 5 years old, art school, PhD, Art Institute of Chicago. I am an artist. I have a condition called synesthesia where I see sounds. I see them. Everything that I sonically make is a painting. I see it. I see the importance. I see the importance and the value of everyone being able to experience a more beautiful life. When I make clothes, it's funny because I'll sit there with Obama and Leo's talking about the environment, and then I'm talking about clothes, and everyone looks at me like that's not an important issue or something. But I remember going to school like in 5th grade and wanting to have a cool outfit. I called the head of Payless. I'm like, I want to work with you. I want to take all this information that I learned from sitting at all these fashion shows and knocking at all these doors and buying all this expensive clothes, and I want to take away bullying. You know, I want to... Michael Jackson and Russell Simmons is the reason why I was able to go so far in music. There was a time when Michael Jackson couldn't get his video on MTV because he was considered to be urban. The Michael Jackson. So I literally have to be Michael Jackson of apparel in order to break open the doors for everyone that will come after I'm gone, after I'm dead, after they call me Wacko Kanye. Isn't that so funny? The people point fingers at the people who have influenced us the most. They talk the most about the people who cared the most. I'm sorry, daytime television. I'm sorry for the realness.
It's not daytime television anymore. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to play 5-second rule, which should be very fun with Kanye. We're back with Kanye West. We're trying to get him to come out of his shell. And first of all, before we play the game, we didn't talk about the album, Life of Pablo, which is, I assume, Picasso? Is that what you were talking about, or it could be anything?
Well, there's Picasso, there's Escobar, and there's St. Paul.
Okay, so we don't know. So it is a brilliant record, and congratulations. And it's, as they all are.
Yeah.
And of course, you remember that I came up with the title. Remember I texted you that?
Yes, you did.
All right, we're going to play a game, and it's called 5-second rule. So here's the thing, Kanye. We have 5 seconds. Remember that, 5 seconds to have 3 answers within 5 seconds. And then you hit the thing afterwards. I'm going to do it first so you know how fast 5 seconds goes. All right? Goes fast.
Okay, Ellen, tell us 3 things you shave or wax.
Your legs, your arms, your back.
All right, Kanye, give us 3 things that are hairy.
Balls, balls, balls.
Balls, balls?
Yeah.
Okay.
Three balls.
Sets of
Okay,
balls.
maybe. I'm not sure if I explained the rules properly. So, three different things, and balls maybe could have counted for
3
2.
different balls.
No. All right. Give him that point, and he'll learn. Okay.
Okay, Ellen, name 3 ways to surprise your spouse.
You get a string orchestra. You rent out a stadium, and you. All right, we know when time is up.
Okay.
You don't need to.
Okay.
Give him a hard one.
Name 3 things that get you in trouble with your spouse.
The internet. one?
No.
That's
we all had so many ideas in our heads. All right, go ahead.
Okay, Ellen, name 3 things you always forget.
This kind of question.
Yeah, name 3 things you do when no one is looking.
Smile.
Ellen, name 3 reasons why you'd be in handcuffs.
Damn, I was having fun. Now you about to make this shit depressing. Okay, I might not finish this video, bro, because you're not doing. I don't know. Hey, this media blamed Kanye for having mental illness conditions. Right after his rants and breakdowns at the age of 40, he was diagnosed as being bipolar. Well, he is bipolar, alright. This is a lie. This is a lie. Okay. Alright, doctor. Kanye always had a loud mouth. What the fuck? But he was never mentally ill. And now, in order to keep him in complete control, they brainwashed and convinced Kanye that mental illness is his superpower. Thus, now if he speaks against the industry, everyone will think that he's non-credible, mentally ill, and crazy. Not really. I mean, you could be mentally ill and still like be prolific, still have, you know, good opinions and good things. You could still be very productive and be mentally ill, you know? Especially if you're not like severely fucked up. I mean, a lot of us, almost all of us, are like fucked up in the head, mentally, for the most part. Let's be honest.
You know, the downfall of Kanye West is directly related to Don C not being around.
Wow.
And because at the very beginning of my career, right when I was blowing up and Manop was managing me, because Manop manages me now, that are not Kanye West, that can't go and make that and make it feel like it's all good. Think about somebody that does exactly what I did at TMZ and they just do that at work, right? But then Tuesday morning they come in, they lost their job.
Yeah, bro.
And they can't go back and make that. You know, that's why God put that on me at age 40. I never been diagnosed till I was like 39 years old and stuff. So put that on me as...
What do you mean by diagnosed?
Diagnosed with a mental condition.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we, I think... Does everyone have something?
I think everybody got something. I think everybody got something. But like I said, on the album I said it's not a disability, it's a superpower.
Right. That's so true, dog. I think so too, bro. Like, it's just some are like more severe, because this is important right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to... This is actually a nice compilation of what Kanye said. I can't, bro. I can't do the conspiracy Illuminati shit right now. I just can't. I just don't care enough. If I was like 16 maybe, or 13, you know, that's when I gave a fuck about the Illuminati. But I'm grown now. I just can't. Hopefully you are grown too. But yeah, that's true, bro. I think a lot of people have those issues. Whatever those issues are. Some just have it more severe than others. That's it, bro. That's true. I believe that.
Feel like music is a real outlet for you, Kanye? Like if you couldn't press record, it's not about us hearing it. It's about actually making it.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. It's like I'm so blessed and so
fucking distracted. They have to fucking like touch him to like bring his shit together. That's crazy.
privilege, because think about people that have mental issues that are not Kanye West, that can't go and make that and make it feel like it's all good. Think about somebody that does exactly what I did at TMZ and they just do that at work, right? But then Tuesday morning they come in, they lost their job.
Yeah, bro.
And they can't go back and make that. You know, that's why God put that on me at age 40. I never been diagnosed till I was like 39 years old and stuff. So put that on me as...
What do you mean by diagnosed?
Diagnosed with a mental condition.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we, I think, does everyone have something?
I think everybody got something. I think everybody got something. But like I said, on the album I said it's not a disability, it's a superpower.
Right. And when you, and I know.
A year and a half after I got out the hospital, and I would go to Amoeba record store and I just start chopping up samples. It was very therapeutic because I wasn't full Ye. I don't know if I'm full Ye now, or better or worse, whatever, but it was therapeutic just to listen to those songs and sample and go back to being 14 years old in my mom's house. I feel like you avoided this album title.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I mean what it says right here on the
I hate
title.
being bipolar. It's awesome. I have a theory about you, so tell me if this is
I
correct.
hate being bi. Okay, Kanye might be gay. That's my conspiracy. I hate being bi. What the fuck is polar mean? Hold on. Okay. Well, meaning goofy ass motherfucker. What's wrong with you, bro? Anyway, this motherfucker bi. Yo, this motherfucker gay, bro.
Correct. I feel like you feel like being bipolar is part of what makes you brilliant, part of what makes you you, and you embrace it.
Yo, does Kanye get you?
Yeah, I think that's another one of those things where people are like, how are you going to talk about it? The funny thing is, this is something I was like on the internet before. It was kind of funny, but it's not an opposite. It's not I hate being bipolar. It's awesome. It's actually, it drives more of how you really feel. It doesn't do an opposite thing. So I think it's important for us to have conversations about, you know, open conversations about mental health, especially with me being
We're talking about mental health. I'm like, yo, Kanye's gay, bro.
Black, because we never had therapists in the Black community. We never approached like taking medication. And I think it's good that when I had my first complete blackout at age 5, my mom didn't fully medicate me because I might have never been Ye. And there's times where at least I'm happy that I know, like even like for this interview, I knew I wanted to stay in a calm state because by the time I got to TMZ, I was ramped up. So what was awesome is that the world got to really experience someone in a ramped up state. And that's when you get these comments that just shoot out, like almost like Tourette's.
Because you have highs and lows. And when you have a high, you're on a roll. And when you have a low, you're not.
Well, there's some cases of bipolar where people go low. I'm one that goes high. Like Michelle Obama said.
So you don't have extreme periods of depression?
Oh, no.
No. Oh.
No. Because I just say it. I'll say on real TV, like, oh, I thought about killing myself. And then the thought is gone, you know?
Wow. So all people need to do is get on TV. That's really the solution.
Well, they need to be able to express themselves without fear of judgment. What I love telling people is like, who do you know? And let's go, especially Black men, but you know, I'm 41 years old and I don't know anyone, you know, that up as much as I have that's still as successful. So I want to prove that you can get fat, you can say the wrong things, you can piss a whole
and you can
off.
be president of the United States.
Well, yeah, it's
but just in literal terms, there are families being torn apart at the border of this country. There are literally families being torn apart as a...
How the fuck? Jimmy is like virtue signaling every second of the fuck. Come on, bro. Lord have mercy. Yo, fuck the Illuminati shit. These people are just annoying virtue signaling cucks, bro.
The result of what this president is doing, and I think
you don't care about no fucking Mexican kids. Shut up, bro.
that, you know, we cannot forget that whether we like his personality or not, his actions are really what matter. I mean, you so famously and so powerfully said George Bush doesn't care about black people. It makes me wonder what makes you think that Donald Trump does, or any people at all. Why don't we take a break? We'll come back, and Kanye West is here. He's out.
Define it for me. What is the mechanism that is malfunctioning or is taking a break in your brain? Do you know?
I wouldn't be able to explain that as much, just, you know, because I'm not a doctor. I can just tell you what I'm feeling at the time. And I feel a heightened connection with the universe when I'm ramping up. It is a health issue. This is like a sprained brain, like having a sprained ankle. And if someone has a sprained ankle, you're not gonna push on him more.
Right.
With us, once our brain gets to a point of spraining, people do everything to make it worse.
And the memory of your mother, you carry with you each day, and who are her grandchildren?
This would have been the funnest time of her life, to have those kids running around that house and being able to like go and buy them toys. And I remember my mother bought me a bear that was multicolored, and I was very into Takashi Murakami at that time on that third album, Graduation. So she bought it, she said it kind of, you know, feels like Takashi Murakami. And then I was sort of like, I don't want that. That ain't no Takashi Murakami bear and stuff like that. And then she passed, you know, a few weeks after, and I did, you know, everything I could to find that bear and place that bear on top of all the Takashi Murakami stuff I had in the house.
Yeah.
But, you know, she's here with us, and she's guiding us. May end up being the most tragic loss of all. George Bush doesn't care about black people. Please call. In the past few days,
Oh my God.
care about black people. Please call. In the past few days,
In this next clip, the news anchor is using neuro-linguistic programming on Kanye. He's subconsciously trying to put words into Kanye's mouth, trying to manipulate Kanye into an apology for what he said. Okay. Maybe that's called communication. These people need to learn about life, bro. Hopefully this is a kid that made this, because you can't be above the age of, like, I don't know, 18 to really think this is like how things go. It's called anchoring through a concept, a feeling. It's a very deceptive mind, blah blah blah. Okay, whatever.
We're going to hear from him in a moment, but first, as we've mentioned, President Bush opens up in his new memoir about...
It's true, people are very manipulative, especially in media. Like, obviously, bro. It's not like the fucking deeper thing though, like Kanye didn't kill his mom, okay? Like, don't be weird. It's true though, some of these is like 50% of it is kind of true. Like, yeah, bro, especially with the media, it's definitely true. You know?
About that famous moment when West said George Bush doesn't care about black people. It's something I asked President Bush about when we sat down recently in Texas.
I didn't appreciate it then, and I don't appreciate it now. It's one thing to say, you know, I don't appreciate the way he's handled his business. It's another thing to say this man's a racist. I resent it. It's not true. And it was one of the most disgusting moments of my presidency.
Two-term president who ran...
Fair enough. See? This is the best point you made. That was the most disgusting part of your presidency? Okay, gang. Alright.
The country during Katrina, 9/11, wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, and the financial meltdown, and he's pointing the finger at Kanye West and that incident as the worst moment in his presidency. I asked Kanye West to respond to President Bush's remarks.
As far as it being the worst moment of his presidency, you know, I can't really speak to that, you know, but as his take, his explanation, I completely agree with and I empathize with totally. And I felt like that the entire time, that, you know, I was being, you know, hailed as a hero and everyone saying, yo, I'm so happy you said that, and I didn't like you before, but now I like you because you said this, and you just sit there and you know in your heart as a person that an emotion, you know, in a moment of emotion to peg someone or to call a name or peg someone as a racist is not, it's just not right.
Yeah, there was great frustration with the response to Hurricane Katrina. And there we were standing there, it was just a few days, less than a week afterward. But while most people expressed frustration, you did take it across the line, and you said you made it a little more sinister, that the federal response to Katrina was because of race. And so do you regret having said that now?
I don't want to speak on the word regret. And I think a lot of things that happen in America, period, are because of race, just the way this country was built and the struggles we've had to get into, you know, positions, you know, through media, through social positions, through gentrification, through like so many. It's a way bigger conversation than that. But what I wanted to speak to with Bush was just to say that I empathize with the idea of being pegged as a racist.
Just play the tape. Don't even listen this time. I want you to just look at his face when he is commenting about you. And just look at him. I mean, this is the most emotional he got during my entire 3.5-hour interview with him. What would you say to him if he would meet with you face to face? And I'm not sure he would, but if he would.
You know, I mean, I didn't need you guys to show me the tape in order to like prompt my emotion to what I'm going to say. You know?
No, I'm just asking you, when you look at his face, what would you say to him?
I mean, pre-looking at his face, I came up here because I wanted to say something to him right after the fact. You know, I would say, you know what I'm saying? It's like I don't even have to do the TV stuff with me. This is reality. This is the real thing going on. This is, you know what I'm saying? I don't need all the jazz. I would say to, can we be quiet for a second? I would tell George Bush, in my moment of frustration, that I didn't have the grounds to call him a racist.
And you're sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry for...
I think I get the point.
I want to give it the exact perfect wording, because everything that I say gets taken and drawn into headlines, and I'm here to man up to different mistakes that I made and speak to the moment when I pegged George Bush as a racist. I came here to say that I made mistakes, that I've grown as a person, and that it's not as easy as boxing someone into a villain role or into a race role. I did not have the enough information in that situation to call him a racist. That might have been the emotion that I felt. But me being a rational, well thought out, empathetic human being, and thinking about it after the fact, I would have chosen different words. Even in these times where I was considered to have done something so wrong, my motivation was from a good place. Maybe mistimed, maybe not the right wording, not using or realizing the power of my words and the way they would stop the internet. But nonetheless, that it's very pure and from a good place.
So it sounds to me, and not to oversimplify it, what you're saying is we're human, we make mistakes, but we have to learn from our mistakes.
Yeah.
And during the interview, Kanye West also told me that he empathized with President Bush because he too, talking about Kanye here, was called a racist when he interrupted Taylor Swift at the 2009 MTV Music Awards. As we often...
This is kind of boring, I can't lie. Oh, but it feels like it's going to get interesting though, what the fuck?
do on today, we rolled video of that moment during his answer. We're going to show you.
I'm trying to talk.
Okay, can you take the sound out of the overheads, please? Just pick up. You said it wasn't a race thing.
Please don't let that happen again. It's like ridiculous.
You said it wasn't.
I'm trying to talk.
Okay, can you
this thing in the middle? Years of seeing, you know. Yo, how am I supposed to talk if you're gonna run this thing in the middle while I'm talking?
It's under. You won't be hearing it.
But I'm hearing it while I'm trying to talk.
Okay, can you take the sound out of the overheads, please?
It's like they just keep antagonizing him, bro. Jesus Christ. I mean, listen. They keep antagonizing him. Ellen did it too. She was farming the shit out of him. Okay? And then he did a rant. This motherfucker keep antagonizing the shit out of him. This is crazy instigating.
Just pick up. You said it wasn't a race thing.
Please don't let that happen again. It's like ridiculous.
You know, it's something we do every day when a guest is talking about an incident.
Y'all might as well get the music ready because it's finna take a while. When I had my accident, I found out at that moment, nothing in life is promised except death. If you had the opportunity to play this game of life, you need to appreciate every moment. A lot of people don't appreciate their moment until it's past. And then you gotta tell those Al Bundy stories. You remember when But right now is my time and my moment, thanks to the fans, thanks to the accident, thanks to God, thanks to Rockefeller, Jay-Z, Dame Dash, G, my mother, Rhyme Fest, everyone that's helped me. And I plan to celebrate. I plan to celebrate and scream and pop champagne every chance I get, cause I'm at the Grammys, baby. I know everybody asked me the question. They wanted to know what kind. I know he's gonna wild out and he's gonna do something crazy. Everybody wants to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
You didn't really explain the MK Ultra part, but I'm pretty sure. Okay, now it's gonna get interesting. I hope. I might really get mad if it doesn't.
Come there right now. You look beautiful, Lindsay.
Why, with Paris tonight, Lindsay?
Lindsay, we love you, Lindsay. Yeah. That's enough, man. That's enough.
I'm sorry, Lindsay, what'd you say?
What?
Lindsay, Paris is the what?
She's a cat?
She's kidding. I love Paris Hilton.
What'd you say a second ago about Paris?
Hey,
Why is Paris a Lindsay, why is Paris a
I never said that.
We got you saying a second ago.
Tell them Dirty Gates Entertainment.
Paris is your friend.
Lindsay loves Paris.
No, I love her.
Who was in Paris? What?
Enough.
I love you, Lindsay.
Are you being sarcastic, Lindsay? Have a good night, Lindsay.
Bye.
Good night, Lindsay.
Hey, take care, right? Bye, Lindsay. Thank you.
Why, with Paris tonight, Lindsay?
Paris?
I'm sorry, Lindsay, what'd you say?
Kidding.
Lindsay, Paris is the what?
She's kidding.
What you say a second ago?
Handler triggering her alter ego. Look how confused Lindsay became, losing her memory. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't know what the fuck going on with her hands, but them shits look like toes, bro. I don't know what's going on.
Dude. Pocket pop.
Tell them Dirty Gates Entertainment. There's your friend. Alright, man. Listen up.
Good night, Lindsay. Thank you.
See you later, sexy.
What's going on with Lindsay saying bad things about Paris? What's going on there? What's going on there?
I don't think there's any discord at all between Lindsay and Paris. I think the two of them get along just really great.
All right.
I mean, that's my impression.
So how are the evening's festivities with all the girls hanging out together? Lindsay, Paris, Nicole?
Well, let me tell you, for me it's all just a joy, and I get tremendous delight and energy from the sustenance of these lovely ladies.
Is Amanda the new Lindsay? Wow, I hate asking that, but brand new reports say former Nickelodeon star Amanda Bynes is about to check into rehab. Sound familiar? Amanda is in a whole heap of trouble with the law lately. She's actually showing shades of a once troubled Lindsay Lohan. I sat down with a poised, impressively mature 21-year-old Amanda Bynes, who explained to me then why she and Lindsay Lohan didn't have much in common at all.
You clearly have your act together. Let me go through my little checklist here. You haven't been to jail?
No.
No jail?
Not yet.
Rehab?
No.
No rehab. Amanda Bynes, what kind of a starlet are you?
I know. What's wrong with me? I don't know. It's shocking how it's become popular to go to rehab, right? It's very odd, but I don't know. I guess I would say I'm very lucky. I have a great family, and I just have my eye on the prize, which for me is a long career, and I don't want to blow what I've worked so hard to achieve.
Well, that certainly is the right attitude, and I'm happy to hear you saying that. Yet, I know that you must deal with a lot of the same pressures that somebody like Lindsay Lohan does, and you two are the same age. Britney Spears has a lot of pressure as well, and all these stars that we do see getting into trouble. Yet you've really managed to stay away from all that and not fall into those traps. Yet, I have to imagine you could see where that might be easy to.
Hollywood ain't shit, bro. Are we done or do we have to? I'm really bored of this at this point.
Do and why it happens.
Well, I agree to a certain point. For me, it's not that hard. To me, I get that, if you go to clubs and you hang out with those people, that maybe it would be easy. But I'm not interested in that. The club scene and drinking doesn't appeal to me. So it's actually easier for me not to do it. I have no problem. I've never even been offered drugs. And people, when I've told them, have been shocked.
And what town do you live in? Gets into people.
Fucking literally crack. Okay, this is literally a crackhead.
I so badly want to be Catherine Hudson that I don't even want to look like Katy Perry anymore sometimes.
Okay. Couldn't give a fuck less about Katy Perry. I don't give a fuck about Katy Perry, dog. What the fuck is this?
And what we see in this tape, and we're going to look at one more time, is Anna as a 4-year-old child. You'll notice that she does.
Y'all some weird ass shit today. What the fuck is this? Look at this weird ass motherfucker, bro.
Wait.
Jesus Christ, that's fucking me up. Oh God, that shook. That shocked the shit out of me, bro. Wait for this, bro.
that could only be the musical stylings of Victor Oladipo, who is the reigning two-time champion of the All-Star Weekend player talent show.
You are talented. I give you a little credit on that. A lot of credit. You're very talented. I mean, you're not a karaoke guy like me, but you can ask. You know they call me O'Brown Eyes, right?
As a matter of fact, you both have experience singing New York, New York. His was at the Slam Dunk Contest. Yours was in Vegas.
Yeah, this definitely is weird. This shit. Yeah, that's weird.
Yes. We had the show out there. Here's just a little sampling. You see those two mics back there?
You made up your own words.
You see those?
Wait, that was the words.
The Rockets have now won 17 of their last 18 at home and 12 in a row in their gym. They've only lost one game at home since February 9th, and that was to Golden State. But
I don't know if he's trolling, because it is Shaq. I think he's trolling. But this is so fucking odd.
Now they've beaten Golden State twice in this series, and we're all knotted up at 2 apiece. Welcome to Inside. Shaq's right there. Kenny's right there. Chuck is down there.
What's up, man?
Were you mugging over here?
No, never.
Yes, you were. I don't know what you were doing.
I've been in love with you since 1989. I would never do that to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. And 12 in a row in their gym. They've only lost one game at home since February 9th, and that was to Golden State. But now they've beaten Golden State twice in this series, and we're all knotted up at 2 apiece. Welcome to Inside. Shaq's right there. Kenny's right there.
But it's been a heck of a ride, to be honest. I really can't complain. I was kind of.
Okay, this is getting way too fucking crazy to me. I can't lie.
I was a little down. I found out I was injured and I had to have surgery again, or with another knee. But at the end of the day, I have amazing teammates. Guys like Draymond, everybody on this team, they come over there, they wrap their hands around me like, yo,
Bro, watch my nigga Jalen Rose, though. Look at my nigga Jalen Rose. Tell me that's a fucking robot or some shit. That ain't no fucking human being. Look at this nigga. He didn't move, blink, or nothing. Bro, look at this shit.
If I could do that. Let me glitch for a second. Oh my god. I didn't.
This nigga a robot too, man. They got my nigga. That's my nigga. He from my city. No, they got him too. No, this shit wicked than a bitch. I just peeped this shit watching the game in the finals.
What the fuck is going on with my camera? Hold on. I don't know what's going on with my camera. I don't think you could even see me, which is kind of annoying. If it's true. See my glitch though? Yo, my glitch is fucking great, bro. God damn, they gonna clip the shit out of this if I make it. They gonna clip the shit out of it, dog. Alright, anyway. Back to the video. I don't know what's up with the camera. Yeah, these motherfuckers are in this sunken place, I can't lie, I agree.
Marshall Mathers. Some of you may know him as Eminem, but he's going to join the Saturday night crew with our music intro starting next Saturday night. But folks, I want to take you to the world premiere of one of his new videos called Berserk. Take a listen.
Yeah, sorry. Live TV. Live TV freaks me out a little bit.
No.
Yes, I'm sorry. What was the question? Yeah, I'm really uncomfortable right now.
Not Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga might actually be fucked up. Yo, this video is so fucking freakish, dog. Lady Gaga's actually crazy, bro. I don't know.
Boyfriend. I used to think about women. When I was making love to my old boyfriend, I used to think about women sometimes.
Oh, good lord. I'm sure he was delighted when you told him because...
I'm feeling weird, I feel nervous, a little bit overwhelmed. I feel a little shaky, I don't know what's wrong with me. No, but it's good. No, it's good. You go. It's good. It's a question. Look great.
It's you're like answer my question, but I'm not asking one.
Well, it's like, you know, we're out of time, so I have to let you go. It says.
Okay, listen. All things aside, these people are like crazy drugged up, especially the fucking. I don't know about the athletes and shit. But these motherfuckers, the fucking musicians and shit, they crazy dragged up, they fucked up in the head. And the pressure is crazy too, you know? There's a lot of things that probably makes them like this. You know what I'm saying?
Toss to break. Just acknowledging all of the accolades and success.
Plus, you don't even need MK Ultra to control people. You already got like the fame and the money that controls them, specifically the money that controls them. You don't need MK Ultra. Just stupid, bro. It's goofy.
And the talent. Great to see you all. Congratulations. See you at the Oscars. And here's me not asking a question. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. Stay with us. And if you miss any of my interviews, and here's me not asking a question. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. And here's me not asking a question. We'll be right back. Congratulations. See you at the Oscars. And here's me not asking a question. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. Stay with us. And if you miss any of my interviews or G's interviews, don't forget eonline.com. Keep it there. Get all the Grammy stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, we're right back.
We'll see you later.
You have to be cured.
It was horrible.
Of course it was horrible. Violence is a very horrible thing. That's what you're learning now. Your body's learning it.
I just don't understand about feeling sick the way I did. I never used to feel sick before. I used to feel like the very opposite. I mean, doing it or watching it, I used to feel real horror show.
You felt ill this afternoon because you're getting better. You see, when we're healthy, we respond to the presence of the hateful with fear and nausea. You're becoming healthy, that's all. By this time tomorrow, you'll be healthier still.
As this 1952 CIA memo says, the aim is controlling an individual to the point where he will do our bidding against his will, and even against such fundamental laws of nature as self-preservation. But it was a discovery here in Basel.
I have the time, bro. I'm sorry. Let me fix the camera a little bit. Okay. Okay, just a little bit over here. I don't want you to see my bed though. Okay, I think it's better now. Did I do this now?
Switzerland, at Sandoz Laboratories by Dr. Albert Hoffman, that led the intelligence agencies of America to believe that they had found the panacea. The discovery was lysergic acid diethylamide, LSD. The film that you see is considered by many experts to be the closest illustration of the effects of a hallucinogenic.
It was one of the first times that anybody had run into
a powerful drug that was different than anything else that they knew anything about.
John Gittinger, recently retired chief psychologist for the CIA. This is the first time Gittinger has been interviewed publicly.
We could disable a whole city by putting a very small amount on a water supply. After all of these years of us, those of us who are involved in looking for this secret drug, this was the only thing that began to look for the first time like it might be something like that.
The CIA's interest in LSD was intense. The worry was that the Russians would get hold of it. Were the Soviets into LSD?
I'm going to have to say I'm sure they were, but if you ask me to prove it, I've never seen any direct proof of it.
Moscow is in the midst of the last hours of summer.
Brainwashing, hypnosis, and even surgical manipulation of the human brain has all been researched thoroughly by the CIA.
To provide an objective record of a subject's behavior, she's filmed before treatment and again after treatment, and the two films placed side by side. Notice how the subject before treatment, in the picture on the right, holds onto the chair as she moves. Notice the difference in posture, the greater effort required to rise from the chair, the longer time needed to complete the simple task.
He would cut the skin, take the skin flap back, roll it back. He would then literally remove the skull, the top part of the skull. The patient all this time is under a local anesthetic, completely conscious.
From my own point of view, the most unexpected finding was to discover that a mild electrical current applied to the surface of the brain causes a patient to have a memory from his own past sometimes.
Imagine you cut your skull open and somebody touch your brain with their hand. How that would hurt you.
What in the world were they looking for with the magic mushrooms?
I think the best answer to that is that they were looking for fundamental information on compounds that would be capable of causing changes in behavior, changes in mental attitude.
Did you ever consider what would have happened if any of these substances were given to, say, unwitting people?
Oh, I don't remember having considered that specifically.
What if you... I trust perhaps you've thought about it.
Well, I haven't worried about it. Your question again, what would I have thought had I known that
any of these substances would
have been given to
unwitting persons?
You mean a hostile agent of another government?
No, I mean
that was probably one of the things they had in mind.
I mean testing it out on an American citizen.
I guess I must seem very, very cold-blooded about this, but I don't recall ever having been very much preoccupied with that issue.
But many drugs were tested in this way. A decision was made at the highest levels of the CIA to do testing on unwitting Americans. As one CIA document says, such testing would be operationally realistic. A former CIA official who worked on these programs describes for the first time how the decision was made. He did not wish to be filmed or recorded. Thus his remarks are read by someone else.
I think every last one of us felt sorry to attempt this kind of thing. We knew we were crossing the line. Every decent kid knows he shouldn't steal, but he does it sometimes. We knew damn well we didn't want anyone else to know what we were doing.
The decision was made to do testing on unwitting victims. It was decided they should be on the fringes of society because they were most vulnerable.
It was the borderline underworld, prostitutes, drug addicts, and other small-timers who would be powerless to seek any kind of revenge in case they found out.
Kanye West.
History will judge the role of the CIA and other intelligence agencies in unwittingly contributing to the counterculture of the 60s through their intense interest in LSD and other hallucinogenics. But for the moment at least, the argument can be made that the CIA helped usher in the age of Aquarius. By far, the most chilling experiments we have uncovered took place at this Gothic estate called Raven's Crag, halfway up Mount Royal in Montreal. It houses the Allen Memorial Institute of Psychiatry of McGill University. It was here that the CIA funded a series of experiments, severe experiments. The work was done by the Institute's then director, Dr.
This is very interesting, by the way. Obviously, they're not cutting Kanye's brain or Shaquille O'Neal's or 2 Chainz's brain. They're not. Obviously, the CIA isn't doing that. Okay, that's stupid. That's a dumbass thing. But yeah, this is kind of fucking crazy. The 60s were crazy, huh?
Ewan Cameron. It is the closest experimentation to brainwashing yet disclosed. His work, unprecedented in psychiatry, consisted of 3 areas which he called sleep therapy, psychic driving, and the ultimate depatterning. Dr. Maurice Dongier, current head of the Allen Memorial Institute.
In his psychic driving, so-called type of therapy, he would give the patient intensive electric treatment in order to make the patient regress deeply, become forgetful, and then he would attempt to implant new ideas in the mind of the patient.
Now, to a layman, it would appear that Dr. Cameron was trying to take the slate and wipe it clean, the slate being the mind. In other words, brainwashing.
Exactly, that's a very good comparison.
The next step was what he called psychic driving. This involved almost endless tape-recorded messages and more drugs for the patient. Cameron wrote that this was the way to make direct controlled changes in personality. The most severe technique Cameron used was depatterning. He described it as breaking up the existing patterns of behavior by means of intensive electroshock therapy with prolonged periods of sleep. He carried out these experiments in something he called the sleep rooms. But documents clearly show that the CIA was attempting to develop agents over whom they had as much control as possible. Agents who would perform tasks contrary to their own good.
Normally conditioned American who's been trained to kill and then to have no memory of having killed. His brain has not only been washed, as they say, it has been dry cleaned.
Is a Manchurian candidate, controlled by others to do things against his will, possible?
I would say the answer is yes, but there are many qualifications to that.
Dr. Milton Klein, a psychologist, a clinical and experimental hypnotist, and unpaid...
Basically, if okay, not to freak you out or anything, if slavery... Okay. Alright, listen, guys. Not to freak anybody out, okay? But if slavery ever existed in any way, they'll just probably like fucking manipulate your brain into being a certain way so that they could do it. Alright, this is getting too deep for me. I can't lie. It's too late for this. It's too late for this shit, right? If slavery existed, like, they don't even have to physically force you to do shit. But even then, it's just too much to do. It's just too much resources, bro. When you could just control people with money, like, it's too much resources to spend. Or physically control them, literally. Like, fucking cutting their brains up to make them feel a way, or to make them, like, it's just too much. I think that's probably what they figured out at a certain point. They probably figured out, like, they were like, you know what, we could actually just emotionally abuse people and emotionally manipulate people into being a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like physically harming people into acting and being a certain way, we could emotionally do it. Or instead of literally fucking drugging them up, we could, you know, kind of happens as well. We could just emotionally fucking control people, and that's what happens a lot of times, bro. Any workspace, forget Hollywood and all this shit. The majority of people aren't in Hollywood. I'm talking about like real life shit. You go outside, it's all emotional abuse, bro. Especially when you're like, when you look a certain way. Let's just say that, because I don't want to get into that too much.
Paid consultant to the CIA.
The qualifications would be the subject selected to produce the kind of behavior that you wish, the amount of time, the procedures that are utilized, and the motivations of the people who are designing, executing, and administering the procedures. You're asking whether an individual can be, under hypnosis, influenced, coerced, persuaded, shaped to perform an antisocial act, or a destructive act, or an act of violence. My answer would be yes.
Cameron used this combined sleep electroshock treatment on patients as long as 30 days. One patient he kept asleep for 65 days. Cameron retired, and his successor, Dr. Robert Cleghorn, ordered a follow-up study on the patients treated with Cameron's de-patterning method.
Showed that it was no more beneficial in its result than the use of more conservative methods.
But the follow-up study showed that 60% of those who had been de-patterned still had amnesia for periods of anywhere from 6 months to 10 years. That's quite a memory loss, isn't it?
That is a memory loss. Indeed it is. It's I think, more than desirable.
In retrospect, does Dr. Cameron's experimentation and his treatment appear harsh?
These motherfuckers are crazy. These are the people you think China's gonna beat? Okay, bro. I mean, maybe the Chinese be doing some shit too, I don't know. But these people are truly fucking evil.
I would say yes. I mean, this forceful type of approach that I was describing to you
Crazy evil and crazy powerful in their own way, bro.
is definitely, it can be said that it's harsh.
Neurophysicist Dr. Jose Delgado was financed by the Office of Naval Research. In this experiment, the bull is sedated. Electrodes are implanted in its brain. Delgado transmits an electronic impulse to the center of the bull's brain. Delgado has remote control of the animal. Recently released CIA documents refer to the feasibility of remote control of animals, and that special investigations will be conducted toward the application of selected elements of these techniques to man.
LSD was isolated by Stoll and Hoffman in
Shout out to the boy Elon Musk. Shout out to you, my boy.
Sandoz Pharmaceutical Company of Basel, Switzerland. When in 1943 Hoffman became temporarily psychotic through accidental ingestion of the drug, the door swung wide open for research into the nature of the schizophrenic process and, in a larger sense, into the biochemistry of psychoses. TV's Paul Coates of Confidential File undertook to film a model psychosis in our laboratory in an attempt to impress upon the public, through a case of artificial insanity, that the mentally ill is not inhabited by the devil. The battery of psychological tests compressed into 4 short hours will not be shown here. Our attention will be focused on the experiences of our volunteer subject, Bill.
It's exactly 12 o'clock and we're ready to start this experiment. I'm going to give you this cup that contains lysergic acid, 100 microgram. Will you drink it? How did it taste?
It had no taste.
How did it look?
Colorless.
Now, would you tell me your name, please?
William the Lark.
12:17. This is a good time to do the control EEG, so we go next door. In less than 2 hours, LSD will reach its climax. In most subjects, the alpha index drops, and the frequency analyzer will show the gradual emergence of the fast frequency bands. Single light flash will block the alpha waves for at least twice as long a period as it does now. It will modify each time the visual illusions Bill is expected to see as he lies in a dark cage with his eyes closed.
Well, you told me not long ago that you were hungry.
what I'm hungry for is not this sort of thing, because I want to feed off of this feeling, this joy, which seems to be coming from everything. But somehow I don't seem like I myself. I feel as though I'm several other people, and all of them better, and are all very benevolent. I mean, even I feel about that I'm not being I'm not describing the word benevolence the way I mean it.
What follows now is called by Bill a messianic experience. Universal love, joy, benevolence, and above all, the split between thought and feeling.
Close your eyes and just concentrate on your hands. Is there any difference in its weight, in its substance?
This one seems heavier.
The left one seems heavier?
Yeah, seems more positive.
Than the right?
Yeah, this seems more... There it is. I feel these lovely colors vibrating all over me. Oh, it's lovely.
Any lines?
Oh.
Any forms?
Just like the shimmering water, you know.
You can put your hand down now. Come on, describe it.
It's funny because you retards actually think that these celebrities or whoever are like being forced into taking LSD, but I'm pretty sure they're actually spending a lot of money to buy LSD and to use it for like recreational purposes. I mean,
you feel happy now? Do you feel happy?
Again, listen, there's no point in controlling people with LSDs or whatever. It's more of like wasting resources when you could just simply do it with money. That being said, I don't know what the fuck Elon Musk is doing, but that's about it though. The only person I could fucking be like, is Elon Musk. You know?
What is this?
Elon is on some shit where he's like, the robots are probably gonna take over, so we should be the robots. Like, bro, Elon is on some weird shit, dog. On some weird shit.
Must be because you have tears in your eyes.
Oh.
Is that a beautiful experience, would you say?
I would say yes.
Describe it again.
Oh, I don't know.
I understand why people do this, and I understand why people are like very into religion, because this shit is pretty scary. You know, you can't just go, you can't head on like try to, you know, try to fucking do this shit head on, because it is kind of scary.
It's just giving and...
You're doing fine, just try to describe it.
Oh, you don't know, you want to give yourself, you want to give yourself as much as you can.
What happens when I do this?
I don't know, sort of nothing much, except that I was sort of getting somewhere and you interrupted it.
I see.
Sort of irritating in a way, I suppose.
I know, but I thought that maybe we can rest a little bit, because this experience was getting to be a little overwhelming, isn't that right?
Well, I wouldn't say. I'd like to keep it up.
305. This is where the LSD effect usually goes into a decline. But Bill is still at it.
But such a benevolence.
What do you mean?
I feel very benevolent. I mean, I feel as though I have no enemies in the world, and this is very lovely.
Do you feel
very fragile, delicate, lovely, and it goes and comes, you know. I mean, that one state there that was, oh, I never experienced anything like that. It's marvelous.
That's the thing. It's like they're not even interested in. They just give a fuck about whoever they is. They just give a fuck about money now, bro. They're not even interested in controlling the human mind. They're not interested in science that much. They just don't give a fuck anymore, bro. That's what's kind of scary. Okay? Whoever they is in your mind. You know? Like, that's why this conspiracy shit is stupid, bro. Because they've been done that in the 60s. You said, like, this is when? When is this? 60s, maybe? Like, yeah, bro, they've been done that. They don't give a fuck enough to control people. Like, they've been done that, bro. They've been over that shit. They moving on to other shit, you know?
On the whole, do you feel happy or do you feel...
I feel so happy.
What happened to this feeling, messianic feeling that you described before?
I feel that it's, if that's what I described, I feel that it's very valid.
Yes, but do you still have it as strongly now as you had before, or is it weakening?
It's weakening, I suppose, or it's becoming more well-defined, I suppose.
Do you have the general feeling, though, that you're coming down to earth, so to say?
Yes, I do.
One last burst of ecstasy. At the end of this hour, he noticed the weight of his mic, the sweat of his shirt, the stomach that was empty. He asked for food. A grandiose delusion implanted upon the loss of body feeling was over.
Mind sciences, or the study of human behavior in relation to the mind, is the newest of all the arts. It's less than 100 years old. And it is by far the one that is most cloaked in secrecy.
I was wondering, who gonna tell them, bro? Who gonna tell you motherfuckers that this shit is like old news?
The origins of psychological warfare were in Nazi Germany, and in the Nazi ideology, they had something that was called Weltanschauungskrieg, which means worldview warfare. The idea for them was imposing the Nazi worldview on the countries that they had occupied. The Americans picked up this idea, created an American version of it, and called that psychological warfare.
The use of propaganda or other psychological means to influence or confuse the thinking, undermine the morale of an enemy or opponent. Yeah. Okay.
In trying to understand psychological warfare and trying to understand the American approach to post-war...
Right to the psychological warfare. Exactly. That's what the fuck I said. If you heard what the fuck that's exactly what I said. They don't need to fucking cut your brains up, MK Ultra, they don't need to do that, bro. They play that shit emotionally, okay? They trigger you in certain ways that you don't even understand. They scare you. That's what the fuck they do, okay? Every walk in life, whoever they is, specifically capitalism. Let's just say what it is, okay? There's like America's system is capitalism, all right? And it's just capitalism. They just do that shit to you every fucking day, okay? And that's just the reality of what's going on. That's it. They don't need to fucking MK Ultra celebrities or whatever the fuck to pass on propaganda. You know, they just gotta pay them. That's it. That's capitalism, dog. And that's the system that we exist in today. And it's very immoral, obviously.
Efforts to control people's minds, both as individuals and on a mass scale. There's a lot of illusions about how that was done. Were Nazis involved in that process? Yes, they were.
How do you paperclip?
I mean, America, weren't the Nazis involved in NASA? Oh yeah, NASA. Oh, America.
Was a United States government-sanctioned CIA operation for the importation of Nazi and fascist scientists into the United States. Their statement was simply this: if we don't bring these people into this country and contain them, then our enemies, the Soviet Union, will get them. first wave was to bring in scientists. There was 700 odd propulsion scientists, and then there were some 600 and some odd mind scientist people that they brought in. The CIA was given the responsibility of actually placing the individuals that had a Project Paperclip into the military-industrial complex, including their colleges and universities. Mind control was a psychological warfare weapon that Adolf Hitler regarded as the answer for taking over the entire planet.
Fucking mind control, bro. A lot of the things that, I mean, if you do enough research, a lot of the shit here in America was definitely influenced by Nazis. Okay? It was. It is what it is. It was. It was. You know?
The name for the mind control research in this country was MK Ultra.
MK Ultra was one program of a series of programs that came out of the CIA to experiment with different types of mind control, using drugs, using electroshock, using insulin shock, and other techniques.
I think that the goal for those people who planned the program was very straightforward. It was an attempt to figure out a way to interrogate people and to learn how to protect their own agents against control by others. If you put someone in a position of being disabled by not feeding them or not allowing them to sleep or overwhelming them with sound, if you use massive shock treatment and you give people massive doses of drugs such as PCP or mescaline or amphetamines or LSD, and if you put them in periods of darkness where they can't predict from one minute to another what is going to happen next, so they're always dreading, there's no consistency to sort of what's going to happen, anybody can be put in a position of being open to brainwashing. Ewan Cameron was probably the foremost psychiatrist of his time in the 1950s. He was using high-tech sound techniques. He was using multiple kinds of loop recorders to force people to listen to recorded messages 24 hours a day for weeks on end to basically destroy people's thinking patterns.
Injected the lysergic acid into the vein, and he patted me on the shoulder and said, "Now there, lassie, we'll see you later." And I started to feel very frightened, and the fright became a terror. And I sort of began throwing myself from one side of the room to the other. I didn't know what to do to stop this feeling. It felt like my bones were melting. That I just didn't know who I was anymore.
This is not just break-ins of people's homes. It's not just invasions of privacy by illegal wiretapping. This is an invasion of a person's mind. But that is about as profound an injury, except for loss of life, that the government can impose.
This was a post-Nazi program, if you will. It was an Americanization.
I've often made the statement, and I still make it flippantly. The Nazis didn't lose the war. They just had to move.
Now it's 50 years later. Now they're much more clever, much more sophisticated. They have a lot more money to spend.
Alright, gang. I think we're done, right? Okay. Alright, we just doing way too much. It always was based on Kanye West and Kardashians.
I took the easy way out.
Artists be too scared to stand up for something. They scared to lose.
Either way, listen. Every conspiracy theory is always going to be half and half. Half true, half stupid bullshit. Okay? That's kind of what it is. Goodbye. Suck my dick, bitch.